get to substantial as well. They will be bringing in a lot more of these games. Rife to sit back and chase the shadows. Bangladesh keeping the possession at their feet and trying to make the most of this opportunity.
Suman trying to exploit the left channel this time. Haven't used that a lot. 10 minutes into the game now, maybe time that you see Bangladesh stepping up a gear and try to get that early goal in the game. Mitu, a wonderful switch to the right. A bit of a slip, but he's still in control. Wonderfully done. Murshad Ali almost getting the better of the defender.
Yeah, it's going to be a slippery turf. It has been raining since last night. So I think at times rains have stopped, but again, that doesn't take away the slippery factor, which actually adds a new dimension to this game. As a footballer, you tend to think about that what should be your best course of action, and more the game goes on, I think this turf is gonna get a lot more heavier. So you have to then start thinking whether you're gonna lift the ball up, whether you are going to go forward with the shots if needed. All these factors are very, very important. You have to keep them in mind and then accordingly start challenging. And more importantly, if it rains again right now, I think then the tactical advantage that again a push from the back out there. It was Sunny Das with that push, is it? In fact, it's Sri Shumon Saran, the referee, blowing the whistle out there, awarding the free kick in favor of Nepal. They've got Lachu Thapa, who's set for that free kick. Let's see if he's going to drop one in the box to try and probe the solidity of the Bangladesh defense.
First bit of threatening opportunity from Nepal, floated in the area, three making the one, and it is Ismail Hussain who collects it quite comfortably. Very confident from the young keeper.
Well, yes, for a moment he had a bit of a wobble, the ball slipped out of his hands, and I think there were a couple of Nepal players almost lurking in that danger third, hoping to get a bit of a second ball that they could have found home with consummate ease. But again, at the end of the day, I think it's also a big challenge for the goalkeeper because the ball's going to be wet. So, it's not going to be one of those regular matches where you can just grip the ball at will. You have to be very, very tactical. At times, you have to palm the ball away, or at times, you need your palms to get over the ball so that you can let it drop in front of you and you can collect that without that becoming much of a threat. So, yes, too many tactical questions today on the horizon, Bhashwar, won't you say so?
Too many, in fact. The answers will be clear sooner or later because this is enough, and one has to step away with it. Ramthapa finds Madan. He's looking to go long. Interesting lineup every time a cross comes in. You'll see all the attackers very close to each other. This time Dharmendra.
Here's Bangladesh again, taking their time, sitting deep in that defense of theirs, playing those short passes. Sunny Das. Sunny decides to go downtown. He's got Sri Shumon Saran on the left, and Saran ends up jamming against Ram Thapa. Looks like the final touch actually came of Sumon himself. Throw it for Nepal.
Prashant scoring 5 against Sri Lanka, and 5 different scorers on the team sheet. Here they go again, long towards the striker. Time and again, that is the idea. They're trying to exploit. Play it long and expect the runners to latch onto it. Shubhas this time could not.
Starts off with another. They're playing from the back out here. Bangladesh, they look a lot more confident in terms of their attacking unit, and now they are trying to fructify that. Another fine ball. Rifat Kazi from the left. Rifat trying to push it into the strides of Shumon, but Shumon falls short. Oh, that's an excellent snatch out there from their captain. Nazmul Faisal, the man's already got a brace to his name. And now decent work there by Murshid Ali. Murshid scanning the perimeter for more resources. Will we see a potential cross? It looks like Nepal has come up with a very strong response. And they try and countervail this move of Bangladesh.
Wonderful switch to the left then. And Nepal trying to find a clever pass forward. Sujan, it takes it wide. And now Subhash, too many red shirts around him. And now grinding in a cross close to the keeper. And safely done this time.
Yeah, that's better. That's better goalkeeping there from Mohammad Ismail Hussain Mahim. He's kept his nerves extremely calm. And I think this is going to be a massive challenge for him as well. It goes without saying that Bangladesh are definitely the stronger opposition on the paper. But football's not won on paper. History doesn't win you matches. Excellent football, excellent artistry on the footballing field doesn't win you matches. What does is goals. What does is brilliance in that particular moment and how you choose to conduct yourself. All of those things come together, dovetail together, and eventually get you the bragging rights. Nepal with the throw in. As things stand at the end of the first 15 or 16 minutes, Bhashwar, I would say this is still a pretty even Stevens contest despite the infringements of Bangladesh so far.
Ram getting a lot of passes towards him, especially the back line of Nepal. Most of the possession they've had is with the defense line with Siddhant Prashant on the left, and another beautiful ball forward, a chance maybe to shoot, and a wonderful save from Ismail Hussain, and that is top goalkeeping.
Oh, absolutely. What a chance indeed. And I think kudos to the player of Nepal as well. We'll quickly confirm who it was. Had an extended right boot and had the idea that where he wanted the ball to be. Nepal amplifying that pressure of theirs in Bangladesh. Had it not been for Ismail Hussain, it could have been trouble brewing on quality goalkeeping, quality football all around.
Absolutely, and their strategy is paying off. They're trying to feed that long ball over the centre backs, and that has been successful this time. And with the pace they've got, we've seen that in various teams of Nepal, be it the men's senior team, be it the women's national team for Nepal. They try that. They have a lot of pace to operate in front, up front especially, and that's what they look to exploit. It was Sujan at the end of it. Maybe that is something Bangladesh need to be very aware of.
Another long ball out there. Nepal, they're trying to make the most of this as well. And this time falling short of the bounce there. Goes out for a goal kick. I think Nepal, it goes without saying that they will need to keep their focus at all times. Because one mistake and it can prove to be expensive. Nazmul Faisal on from the right. A bit of a pushback there. The ball under control of Bangladesh. They're looking in good touch. They're looking confident. Ashikur Rahman. Sunny Das. Sunny knits it through the center. He's got Samuel. Samuel goes cross field towards that extreme right. A bit of an awkward bobble. Back with their captain Nazmul Faisal through the center, trying to carve something of significance. Mohammad Kamal Marda finds Samuel again. Samuel plays it to his skipper, but again excellent snatch away there from Nepal. And an attempt from range out on the left. Shumon is waiting, wanted to go forward with that cross, ends up rattling Ram Thapa in the process. The ball's gone out, off play. Just the kind of attack that Bangladesh has been looking for.
Stark difference in the play styles at the moment. That is very visible. Bangladesh would more like to play the passes in the attacking third. They like to keep the ball with themselves and control things. They have a corner to try and maybe trouble the Nepal defense this time.
An opportunity here for Bangladesh to try and rattle their counterparts. Whips the corner in, but not the best of trajectories that you would have seen there. Pretty flatter there from the captain, can come up with something better. But kudos to Ram Thapa. He's been an absolute stalwart, almost unbreachable on that left wing there, time and time again. Has been, like time and time again, throwing in the spanners and the plans of Nepal. Bangladesh with another of those long throws there. It's Ashikur Rahman with the throw-in. Goes for that longer one. A back header, an opportunity for Bangladesh looming, is it? No, Nepal absolutely resolute and staunch in their demeanor. Getting the ball out of the danger zone without breaking a sweat at all. And Bangladesh, they've got the ball back. Samuel through the center. Wanted to pull the trigger, but eventually falls short of space out there. From the right, once again, looking for more space, looking for more numbers out there, because there are a lot of blue t-shirts in that defensive third. Good work there by Suman Saran. Suman plays it away. Still with Bangladesh. They keep it in control. And yes, Bangladesh making the most out of this, trying to make the most out of this, trying to create something significant. Nepal consistent in terms of their defensive unit as well. Another foul there, referee blowing the whistle. And it is Siddhant Khatka who's down on the yard. He's back on his feet. That's always good to see. Very young players out here trying to find themselves some crucial foothold. It is a quick free kick taken by Siddhant. Siddhant pushes it away. Plays it towards the right. It's their captain now, Ram Thapa. Ram finds an option forward. Oh, that's an excellent release. Sabeen Kumar goes for that second post. An excellent blockade as well from Bangladesh. Possession lingers on. Bangladesh eventually takes good care of it. And now it's time for them to try and countervail this move, only for a miss pass from Najmul.
Oh, that's a mistake though. And now Bangladesh might capitalize. A free ball wonderfully done on target as well. Put the keepers into action. And this time it was Bhatta Bahadur coming out on top of it.
Absolutely sensational. Take a look at this run there. The way he read the path of the ball, Faisal with that release, and then timing his run to perfection and eventually going for that all-important shot there, Rifat Qazi. But kudos to Bhatta Bahadur Pariyar, and also kudos to Ram Thapa, quickly getting his boot to it and trading it away for a corner. Let's see, Subhash Bam, apologies, sir. Let's see if the captain of Bangladesh, Nazmul, can come up with something significant. And a corner at the second post, headed away to safety. In fact, that has been headed away by the Bangladesh player himself. So, goal kick for Nepal.
Well, they're trying to test the keeper already. Bangladesh has realized they cannot just clear passes around and not really keep the shots coming in. One of them finally. They need to do it more if they want to get the goal. Nepal have been trying whenever they have the opportunity around the area. They do try for goal.
All the way back to Bhatta Bahadur Pariyar, and he let it slide. Another goal kick. I think Nepal will be absolutely tickled with the way they have performed so far. Make no mistake, they are up against the juggernaut, the defending champions of the tournament. So when you are up against the reigning champions, you have to start thinking about how you can go about your business. What should be your exact strategy from the very start? of the game itself. There's no time to waste. You won't have much room for error. So you have to get every move on the yard almost laced with perfection. One small error and it can be a catastrophic miss. Again, a very good press out there from Sabin Kumar Lungeli. Unfortunately fails to beat the Bangladeshi defense.
Halfway through the first half. Here comes Nepal again. The clock winding in. There's still a chance around the area. That'll be a free kick for Bangladesh.
Of course, the coach of Bangladesh, Ghulam Robani Choton. There you go. He consistently keeps on talking with his players. I think that's very, very important. The fact that you understand what are your main needs or what are the things that your players can do better. I think, Bhashwar, the one thing about a game like this where on paper you are the stronger team, you will have to find that early goal, because if Bangladesh fails to get that all-important opening goal and the clock keeps on ticking and the first half goes barren, and let's say if somehow Nepal can push them for 15-20 minutes in the second half without conceding, I think then Nepal will be a lot more confident in terms of their stature, and more importantly Bangladesh will start getting a lot more frustrated. Another cross floated in from the right, bit of confusion in the box, but eventually things have been taken care of. And Sabin Kumar Lungeli, he's dropped a long way and eventually loses out possession.
They have it back again though. Switch to the right, Murshid time and again trying to dribble past the Nepal defense. Murshid still on the ball. Lovely speed there. A lot of trickery in his bag, earns a throw in a very aggressive position.
Right, a bit of chats going on there between the Bangladeshi players. Of course, Faisal, the youngster, he's been a beacon of hope for Bangladesh. Still with Bangladesh, does well to go for that outside dodge. Whips that cross in, repelled away comfortably by Nepal. No challenges at all. However, Bangladesh relentless, ruthless, and absolutely famished in terms of their attacking quotient. Loses out possession. Chance for Nepal to try and counter from the left. That's another good forward release. However, gets it out off the ground. Going to be a throw-in for Nepal. And it stays with Nepal. Another clearance from Bangladesh. Another throw-in from Nepal.
Man to man! Man to man!
Decent clearance out there.
Second ball!
Nepal, they
Second
want to
ball!
go on all
Second
guns
ball!
blazing. Yeah, a bit of a header.
Second ball! Wahidi!
Well, now they've got possession on the right, Nepal. It's once Nepal, once Bangladesh has been entertaining so far. And here they come again with Captain Ram Thapa. Madan. They might any moment soon look for a runner in the form of Sujan or Shubash. And they have to be covering those runs. Thapa. Slightly heavy, but back to Ram. See the pass forward toward by Savitas.
Well, one good thing about Nepal, Bhashwar, so far in the first half is that they haven't been daunted by the stature of their opposition. They've come forward, another cross comes floating in from the right. Headed away, possession lingers on. Trying to open up that shooting lane, rattles the woodwork. What a phenomenal strike it could have been. Just when it felt like, just when I was talking about Nepal slowly and steadily compounding that attacking unity of theirs, there you go. An absolute pile driver. However, Lady Luck was in favor of Bangladesh.
Indeed, it was a very dangerous attempt. And that is what Nepal have been trying They've been trying to test the keeper and they are taking more of the shots compared to Bangladesh. Um, and they've come into the game half an hour played. Maybe we might have a goal very soon in this very match. I wouldn't be surprised if it is Nepal striking first, because here they come again from the left. A bit of acceleration, just a slight tug of a jersey, and that is clever from the defender. Not enough to be given as a foul, as well as to stop his man from completing the run.
It's a significant bit of a problem, to be honest, because I think Bangladesh now, the two wings of theirs, it's creating a lot of problems, and Nepal have been time and time again penetrating through the wings, have come up with a few excellent deliveries. The questions that have been asked so far has really left Bangladesh rattled, but now Bangladesh might just have a chance. It's time for them to try and use that right wing to their advantage. Phenomenal ball. The ball is spilled out of the hands of Bhakta Bahadur Pariyar. But again, excellent defending there from Nepal. We'll take a look at what really happened. Very well done, a very adept touch, and a picture perfect cross as well. Mohammad Rifat Qazi was in the box out there, hoping to get a touch to it. Another attempt for Bangladesh, comes in with that cross, and once again headed away just in the nick of time at the expense of a corner. This is top quality defending from Nepal as well. So far it has been all round brilliance at its peak from the men in blue.
Absolutely. But a chance for Murset to deliver quality in the box. They headed out, but still in the danger area. Free kick awarded, and it is for Bangladesh. And a card coming out as well. And that is a very dangerous area to give away a free kick just at the edge of the box.
Yeah, it was Saroj Dalami, the man, the offender, who's gotten into the referee's book. You know, truth be told, I think Nepal has to understand this loud and clear. All the hard work that they have done so far, all the excellent brand of football that they have knitted together. One error, one moment, one jiffy of madness, and it can all come undone. They wouldn't want that. So they would like to keep their hopes up high. They would like to keep their eyes on the ball at all times. And more importantly, they'll have to be very, very careful in terms of that defense of theirs. There you go, nicely headed away to safety, and a bit of a high boot as well. I think he did ask a question. In all likelihood, that was possibly a start on the boots.
Rightly so, and that is why the card came out. Confirmation of the card as well. A six-man wall in front of Faisal. He's got 2 in 2 to his name already. This is the moment he gets his third and maybe gets Bangladesh on the lead. They also have Murshid Ali standing on it. Will it be the left or the right? Is the only question in mind right now. Murshid steps up. It is on target almost. Well. Slides away at the last moment, curling out. The keeper had it covered. Thankfully for Nepal.
Jitters already. Absolute jitters out there in the Nepal box, but they'll thank their stars. It was an excellent free kick. The precision on it was top class. Unfortunately, couldn't really get the curl. Had he got the curl in place, Bhakta Bahadur Pariyar would have been in a bit of trouble out there. But thankfully, it was all safe and sound. Nepal, they'll have to gather themselves, they'll have to regroup, and they'll have to start hitting Bangladesh back as much as possible. You know, as they say that when you're not really sure of what should be your course of attack, there comes the all-important adage in football, in any sport that you play. Attack is your best defense. An English maxim that was revolutionized by the iconic chess player Mikhail Tal. Well, at the other end, looks like Nepal says that free kick was just a bit of a blip on our radar. We haven't really wilted away under any sort of pump at all. We'll keep on going. Take a look at the press, Bhashwar. I mean, high quality press out there from Nepal and Bangladesh. they are having to release the ball a lot quicker than they would want to.
Rightly mentioned, but at the same time, if we look at the previous free kick, I think it was moving towards target, and that last bit of curl on it, just taking the bounce and moving away from target, it was an intelligent idea. A tough test at the moment, very much in the balance. The Nepal have possession. Madan. Prashant. Would have been so interesting if we had the stat of how many passes that these two played, Madan and Prashant, the two centre backs of Nepal, because most of the times you see Nepal have the ball, it's them in possession.
Very rightly pointed out. I think some top quality football we've seen from Nepal, and I think in the defense, like the way Ram Thapa has stepped up as the general. Similarly, Madan Paudel. Also from the right, we have seen Saveen Kumar Lungeli coming up as well. Subhash too. So I think Nepal, they look a lot more coordinated. Bangladesh, on the contrary, they are trying to feed off the scraps so far. It hasn't been. That's an excellent ball. A chance out there. Goes for the shot. And a very strong hand from Bhattabadur Pariyar. This is quality goalkeeping there from the Nepal custodian.
What a pass though. What a beautiful pass through. It was on target from Faisal. Good save from the keeper, but have to talk about that pass. Beating the defense line open. These are the passes you want to see more of it.
Well done. Well done. Well done. Well done. Well done.
Ghulam Rabbani Chaton, he's very passionate, he's very actively involved, and more importantly, that animated nature of his to try and give out his instructions to the players. I think it plays a crucial role, it plays a pivotal role in getting the players in shape, because ideally, when you keep on receiving the instructions, you know that there's a framework in play. No matter whatsoever the game has been so far, no matter whatsoever the repercussions have been so far, I think, truth be told, quality has been maintained. Let's see if this quality remains in place or not. Ashwar, the first half an hour of football, what would you make of it? How would you rate the approach of the two teams?
I think the approach has been in one way positive from both the sides, that they're not afraid of one another and trying to go in attack in any opportunity they have, but they need to mix it up a bit because it's been very predictable so far. Bangladesh always trying to use Murshid Ali down the right channel. Nepal always just bypassing the midfield where they need to kind of get Saroj, Thapa and Dharmendra more involved to feed the strikers. It's been very direct from Nepal. Apart from that, the intent has been there, and some beautiful trickery from Ram Thapa.
Well, Rashford, I think Nepal has made it crystal clear that they are not going to come up with surprises. For them, I think they have accepted the fact that, right, we are up against a tough opposition, we will stick to what we can. So we have got some excellent wingers in our ranks. We will be bearing out our souls. We will be going forward and trying our very best to hit our counterparts as we can. There's no surprise, there's no ace up our sleeve. Just stick to the conventional brand of football. And I think there's a very famous saying out there that, it tells you that when you do your fundamental right, I think everything is in place. And doing that fundamental right consistently, it's like Houdini weaving his magic.
Nicely summed up there, Rohit. And one common between these two nations is that both of them have a lot of support. Football-loving nations, Bangladesh and Nepal. A lot of people have turned in as well. And all the action of the SAFF Under-19 Championships is coming live your way on Sportsworks. So do not forget to subscribe to to continue enjoying the action. Another semi-final coming up as well as the finals latter of the tournament, and I'm sure Nepal and Bangladesh, both set of fans, will want their team in the finals. Do not forget to subscribe and keep watching, keep supporting your respective teams. Nepal with a wonderful ball forward. The keeper was out of his lines, and just at the right time rescued, but still a chance to maybe grind it across, keep it a bit wide, and eventually seen off well.
Looks like a bit of a clip out there on Samuel Roxham, and referee's blown the whistle. A few moments ago, Nepal had a gilt-edged chance, and they could have pulled off a Mason Mount. I mean, recently, if you remember, with the goalkeeper coming out of his line, leaving the entire goalkeeping, he had no other choices, to be honest. It was more of a compulsion for him as well. We'll take a look at what really happened. There you go. The idea was right. That was an excellent release there. Excellent clearance from Mohammad Ismail Hussain, and then the goalkeeper backpedaling just in time. Also, I think that pass, that cross from the right could have been better. But so far, Nepal, they have really proved to be a very strong test for Bangladesh. They have kept their defense resolute. As they say, no matter how good of an attacking unit you have, another attempt to try and knit it into the galloping stride of the player forward. But again, a bit too hefty of a touch. Needed to be precise.
Just 3.5 minutes, and a little more maybe, for half time. No goals yet in Bangladesh. Just a reminder to whoever watching them in this tournament for the first time, they've scored in both their games, 2 in the first, 3 in the second, against Maldives and Bhutan respectively. Nepal have only scored against Sri Lanka, haven't been able to breach the Indian defense line, who of course have conceded nothing. And here comes Lakshu Thapa, and now finally they're getting the midfielders involved, and they need more of it, Nepal. The 3 in the center, they need to see more of the ball. That's what we call the engine of the team, the heart of the team, and if that is silent, the chances of course get reduced, and also it means in turn your opponents have a chance to create more.
Very rightly summed up there, Bhaskar. I think the way he has been the nucleus of the side, it's absolutely impeccable. But I think another factor that we should all point out is the kind of temperament that Nepal has shown. They have been unfazed and undeterred. The fact that they have not only defended, they have not only parked the bus, they've come out every single time that they've got a chance to try and keep Bangladesh second guessing their thoughts. Well, looks like this can be an opening out here for Bangladesh. Sunny Das trying to carve in one of those crosses from the left, but once again excellent defending out there from Nepal. Time and time again, they continue to foil the plans of Bangladesh. This is quality football from their defenders, and I think they are in perfect sync in terms of knitting together a harmony that would be sonorous enough for their fans who are in the stands already.
Yeah, the support has been wonderful in Arunachal. They love their football, whichever team has turned out, especially of course the home side of India when they play. But even apart from that, they enjoy the game, and that's why they always turn up. Even Nepal and Bangladesh have the support coming through towards Suman. Hasn't been quite effective so far. Towards Faisal. Faisal, the captain, with some trickery. Lets it run out for a throw-in.
Last minute of regulation time in the first half, and whatsoever gets added on is what should ideally sum up the essence of the first half. A decent game of football coming to you live in the official YouTube channel of Sportsworks. So yes, for the ones watching, if you can, kindly do subscribe. Long throw comes in for Bangladesh. An opportunity. Too many boots out there in the box. Blue and red combined. But at the end of the day, It's Nepal that prevails in Bangladesh. They had a bit of a secondary attempt as well. They wanted to go forward with a back volley, but then the distance was way too much for a proper back volley to be in place. Tussle for the ball. 1 minute is what the players will have, apart from the 45 minutes that they've already had so far. Truth be told, this has been a tactical feast for the football fans. Both the teams matching each other, blow for blow, pound for pound. Another long ball. However, it will go out of the bounds and a throw in here for Nepal.
I think the coaches were right in analyzing their opponents in this game. It's been very tight, it's been very 50-50 in the balance. It's Rang Tapa. Dribbling past one quite easily and has seen a pass forward. Have to just slow down. And dribbling around and trying to find a cross, a free one as well. A chance in the area for Ravindra Kunwar. Couldn't connect at all. And that will be the last bit in the first half. It looks like it is half time. And no goal scored in the half.
Truth be told, Mashwar, I would say this is a befitting result of the first half. The way both the teams, they matched each other, it was absolutely impeccable. And just in the dying embers of the first half, Nepal, they were so close yet so far. But with that being said, I think they'll have another 45 minutes of enticing footballing action coming up at the other side of the half. But for now, it's all fair and square. Bangladesh 0, Nepal 0. It's the first half of the first semi-final of the ongoing SAFF Under-19 Championship 2025. Let's zoom on to the screens of Sportsworks. We'll quickly take a look at the highlights of the first half. It all started with Bangladesh being aggressive, trying to beat one from distance. A good goalkeeping from Makta Bahadur Pariyar. Then at the other end, Nepal trying to win Bangladesh back over and over again. That was an excellent run from the right, just at the Midas touch, proving to be possible.
Here's few attempts carried away by Ismail Hussain and Hassan Khadur. This was the moment when Nepal got the lead of the course. Chance was not ready. Few lovely moments in the back for Nepal as well. Bangladesh attempts went close yet far.
That was another unfounding moment out there, and then almost finding a avenue from the right out there. Another excellent run from Subhash Bum. The last goal of the night. That's things good. At the end of the first half, it's Bangladesh 0, Nepal 0. And with this, we come to the end of the first half. We'll take a short breather and be back in a flash. Stay tuned, everyone. Hello everyone, and we welcome you back for the second half of the contest. You are tuned in to Sportsworks official YouTube channel as the first semi-final of the SAFF Under-19 Championship 2025 is underway. It has been an excellent brand of football so far between Bangladesh and Nepal. Bangladesh, they have been very good in terms of the attacking quotient is theirs. And as things stand, they would love to get that first goal. Nepal, however, they have time and time again hit their counterparts on a counter, and they would be expecting to rattle the net as well when and where they feel that they have the chance. With that being said, it's time that I introduce you all to my co-commentator once again. It is Hashwar Ghosh. Welcome back, Hashwar.
Thank you, and expecting an intense second half here, especially after what we have seen in the first, but no goals in the first half. That is the reason they'll have to maybe step up and change gears and accelerate in terms of the way they're operating in this half. 45 minutes and we'll find out who is the first finalist of the Under-19 SAFF Championships 2025 in a moment from now. Bangladesh or Nepal. And we are underway with second half here. It is Nepal who kickstart proceedings in this half. And they have come close to scoring and hit the post once. And Bangladesh, they in great attacking from left to right in this half. They also looked strong in attack and they have tested the keeper a couple of times.
One substitution so far. Bangladesh had Joy Ahmed coming in place of Sri Shimon Soran. Had a bit of a challenge on that left wing, did come in with a couple of overlaps as well. But at the end of the day, it wasn't enough to try and break that Nepal defense. For now, however, another foul out there. The referee laying down the law, awarding the free kick to Nepal, Ram Thapa. To take a look at what really happened. There was a good inside dodge there from Lachu Thapa, and he locked on with Mohammad Joy Ahmed, the substitute. Still with Nepal, and they try and operate from the left, Siddhan. However, looks like another throw-in for Nepal. What do you think, Pashwar, should this half be? If you talk about Bangladesh, are they gonna go all guns blazing considering the fact that they haven't yet found a goal? Or do you think that they are gonna keep that same tempo in place?
I think they'll go with the same plan, maybe just try to reduce the mistakes they've made in the first half. Apart from that, the rest of the planning should remain same. Here come Nepal. They've been more aggressive when they come into the final third. Very pacey, very sharp. If they can continue the similar way, they might very well see an early goal in this half.
Absolutely, if they can continue with a bit of the same pace. They had the momentum towards the end of the first half. But again, make no mistake, a team like Bangladesh as well, they are the defending champions for a reason. And the way they have conducted themselves in the group stages, that's a fine ball onto the left now. Bangladesh, can they create something significant from the left, looking for more space? Tries to flick one in, but then Nepal, they have got too many players out there in that final third of theirs, and it was a bit of an easy picking for them. Nepal now trying to create something through the center, plays it on to the left, where they had a bit of option in the form of Subhash Bam, but he was unable to capitalize on that.
I think straight away you see the difference there for Nepal. They're trying to use that midfield like we were mentioning. Subhash still in possession. Subhash, a more of flight on that. This goes away from the danger area, but they still have possession. They'll have a throw in as well in return. Sabir, and that's the right channel. Here you see again, they're trying to use the midfield now. Once again, stepping in from the center. Saroj, and a free kick for Nepal.
Right, he was pretty quick out there, and I think, truth be told, Najmul Faizan, he's an extremely well-balanced player, but today somehow or the other he has been kept reticent. Looks like he's got slightly frustrated today due to that excellent defending flair so far that has been in place by Nepal. Now Nepal, they try and advance. Decent work, good confidence as well. That's a cheeky attempt to try and keep the ball in play. goes out for play as well. Bit of a hefty touch on that one, and a massive sigh of reprieve for Bangladesh.
Looking sharp. Subhash Bam on that left flank is trying to bring out the trickery. He's really looking menacing at the moment, and they have to contain him. Bangladesh. Prashant. That's what exactly we were discussing. They were not using Lakshya Thapa and Saroj a lot in the first half, and now they're trying to play the passes towards both of them. Bangladesh just looking for options around. He's seen a shot from distance. It was well away from target, always rising.
Let's see if Nepal can come up with the same counterblast, the same tempo that they had in the first half itself. Of course, it's going to be a challenge, a massive one for them. But Bangladesh, I think they are still to get to that very best of theirs, that majestic best of theirs. The rain-soaked emerald turf so far. That's a good snatch there from Najmul. And Najmul trying to advance. Looks like he was brought down. The referee says that wasn't substantial enough. Still with Bangladesh, trying to recover possession. And now a bit of a push from the right itself. Looking for space, looking for options. But fails to find that.
More of a shoulder-to-shoulder challenge that it was the reason the advantage was allowed. Now Nepal again trying to use the pace of Subhash. They're putting pressure on the defender. Salahuddin Saib does well to hold on. Sometimes that is all you need.
Excellent defending, you see. I mean, the way he put his body on the line, the way he shielded that is exactly how you got to do it. Particularly when you're on the run, you have your counterpart breathing on your neck. You have to start thinking about maintaining that solidity of yours. That defensive maneuver was a very class act. And once again, from the left, it's Nepal. Sujan Dangol trying to find some way, trying to cut in through the center. Referee's blown the whistle. Looks like Sujan, he was expecting that the foul will go his way. But the referee says that by no means were you in the right. So yes, it's going in a different direction altogether.
Indeed, and the more you give away set plays to your opponents, you just break the momentum of your attacking play as well as tempo of the game, and giving away a chance. It is a wasteful pass forward on the other hand. There's a lot happening here, especially once we see the play enter the attacking third. You see some shots from distance, some trickery coming out from the bags of the wingers, especially Murshid Ali for Bangladesh and Subhash Bam for Nepal.
Should be told right now, I think what Bangladesh is trying to do is they are trying to change the tempo of the game. They don't want to set foot into that ambush that has been laid so far by Nepal. Nepal is trying to offset Bangladesh with a very fast exchange. The kind of speed that we have seen from Nepal, that is really too hot for Bangladesh to handle. So what Bangladesh is trying to steal a few crucial seconds and trying to kill the tempo of the game, trying to come forward with a few attacks of their own. And that is compelling Nepal to release the ball a bit too early than anticipated. It stays with Bangladesh. Decent bit of ball control and a fine tussle for the ball out there. Mohammad Murshid Ali. Ali plays it to his partner, Mithu Chaudhary. And now Ashikur Rahman in place. Ashikur goes downtown towards the extreme left. And Nepal quick to block the way. Good defending once again.
pinball moment in the midfield. And Bangladesh have it back. Trying to use the right channel so often. Beautifully done. And now Salahuddin is driving forward. An important touch from the defender. Otherwise, there was danger looping around.
Yeah, I think also he would consider himself lucky. The ball bobbled up pretty awkwardly. Thankfully, it was onto his face and not onto his hands, or else that could have been a catastrophe altogether for Nepal already. But then in football, I think you have to be very, very aware considering that this is a dank field today. There will be times when the ball will just skid off the surface. There will be times where the ball will be coming up with a bit of an awkward bounce, and you can see the chock-a-block stands of the Golden Jubilee Stadium. I think it just tells you that how much the fans love football here, irrespective of the countries in action. I mean, take a look there. That's an absolute tidal wave of supporters turning up here at the Golden Jubilee Stadium. What an incredible spectacle altogether on a Friday afternoon.
Indeed, so a goal would be the finishing touch on it. The risky pass almost stolen. Faisal, here comes the captain after long dribbles past a couple of players. Faisal in possession. Watched closely, very closely by Saroj. And that's the work of a defensive midfielder. Just cover up for the defenders missing in place.
I think what Fenzan wanted to do is just drag it back in, but he gave the move away a bit too early there, thereby bringing in that tackle. But nonetheless, Mohammad Murshid Ali with that corner, he'll be hoping to flick in one of those built-in chances. There you go! However, an excellent goal line save there from Nepal, retaliating in the finest way possible, and not the best of square balls, to be honest. Kind of killed out an opportunity for Sabin Kumar Lungeli. Good football at both ends.
What a save that! That is off the line straight away, and that keeps them alive. Had an opportunity in the counter, bottled up, but they're still going forward. Options on the right, lovely weight on the pass. An important intervention by the man who just came on in the second half, Mohammad Joy Ahmed.
For a game of football, this has been Ashwar. What an absolute electric exchange this has been. Just a few moments ago, Bangladesh, they were on the cusp of getting that opener, and they were denied from the very gates itself. Corner floated in by Nepal, trying to go for a bit of a side volley there. Still stays with Nepal. Prashant Muktan pushes it away to the right. Cross floated in towards the second post. And Siddhant Khatka, he should have done better than what he just did. He was absolutely unmarked, and that will definitely pose a few questions for Bangladesh.
Did not realize how much time he had and no pressure on him. Could have trapped it. To be fair to him as a defender, he would, in his first instinct, try to head it towards goal. That is what he did. Again, I was surprised on the previous attempt why there was no one available as a rebound option for Nepal. Both the strikers had to come out of the box and collect the ball, try and create something. Had there been a player at the edge of the area waiting to capitalize on a loose ball, maybe Nepal could have had a better chance at goal.
I think, Bhashwar, that this is exactly where the advantage on the paper for Bangladesh starts working. The fact that Nepal, they possibly realize that they will need a couple of more numbers in the box. That's another fine release forward. Mohammad Murshid Ali from the right, trying to create something, cross floated in. However, Nepal, they have their guards up high at all times, and here comes Nepal trying to accelerate. That's a nasty foul. That is a nasty foul. We didn't have a second choice out there. Mohammad Kamal Marda has been shown the yellow card for a clattering tackle on Subhash Bam.
Pace. That is sheer pace from Subhash. And he takes one for the team, I would say. Kamal Mehta. And look at at the amount of pace he's got. Skips past a couple of players, accelerates and running away from the entire team. And Kamal knows what he was doing. He knows he had a risk of getting the yellow and he takes it for the team, stops the attack. Confirmation of the card.
Would have been absolutely disastrous, you know. The way he was running Subhash Bam, he has been in excellent nick. The quality, the gentry, the fiery pace and the sharp shooting flair. It's made him into an absolute star today. Lachu Thapa for the free kick. Can he use this as a springboard, try and launch it forward? And Nepal can capitalize. No, he takes it along the carpet there. And eventually the long ranger comes in. Oh my goodness, this can be trouble. Danger stays alive and somehow the presence of mind from Mohammad Ismail Hussain. Danger still stays alive. Opportunity. Will we see the first goal? Not really. Goodness me, what have we just witnessed, Ashwar? It felt like we had it all in. And then in a flash, Bangladesh, with their hearts in their mouth, has cleared the danger lines.
Insane. That is insane stuff from Nepal, but that spill from the keeper almost gave away Bangladesh. Chances and hopes were gone, but then he recovered. The recovery was so good from him. Instant reflexes. And after that, chances after chances, blocks coming in the way. Eventually, it is a chance gone begging. And I think Nepal will be disappointed that it did not convert. That was a big blunder at the back from Bangladesh, who now come in attack with Murshid Ali. So their defending has been on point so far, Nepal.
Ashwar, and this can very well be that particular moment in the game that will galvanize Bangladesh back into that fearsome best of theirs. Ideally, a moment like this, it changes a lot of things. It changes momentum. It brings in a paradigm shift. And now Bangladesh, Murshid with the cross. A fascinating one. Possession stays alive for Bangladesh just outside the box. And another cross floated in, but this time straight into the hands of Bhakta Bahadur Pariyar. It's getting tense in here. It's getting hot in here, Ashwar. What a terrific spell of play are we witnessing in the first semi-final of the SAFF Under-19 Championship.
Indeed, it is getting very intense out here in the first semi-final. 1 hour played, and I'm sure you do not want to miss this action. A lot of Bangladesh and Nepal fans, even the Indian fans, all the action live on Sportsworks. Do not forget to subscribe and keep enjoying the action. Another change for Bangladesh. Meanwhile, Manik coming in to replace Rifat Kazi.
Substitution for Bangladesh.
Nepal still to get in their substitutions in place. Wherein Ghulam Rabbani Choton, he had to make a couple of calls. He understands the urgency of all these crucial minutes, and I think at the start of the game I said if Nepal can somehow push Bangladesh to that 60-minute mark without conceding a goal, I think then things will start heating up and Nepal will be a lot more confident, and that's exactly what they have done. But again, a team like Bangladesh, they've got in quality players. They can flip the game off the bat. So you've got to keep your eyes on. We'll take a look at that chance again. I think the ball bobbling off it. Ashwar, for a moment it felt like that will start heating up and Nepal will be a lot more confident, and that's exactly what they have done. I think the ball bobbling off it. Ashwar,
Put it very well.
forward.
You just wait and test your opponents and let them play. It's now go forward and do things. We'll have a look at that attack again. The keeper wonderfully coming in the way and collecting it. The kick, the attempt at the end, the acrobatic attempt, it caught the keeper instead of the ball, and that's why the referee immediately gave the free kick. No card shown. It was not intentional, but a few heated exchanges between the players.
Yeah, truth be told, Bhashwar, I think that was an unintentional move. It's just like players go for a preemptive move. Looks like another good snatch for Bangladesh. And from the left, they try and compound this attack. That was another preemptive slide altogether, trying to keep it away from Nepal's clutches. But the Nepal defense as well, matching it with precision and not allowing an iota of space at all to Bangladesh. This is excellent football, to be honest. This is, it feels as if, both the teams are reading each other's strategies and both the teams are just going ahead and playing the counter move to what can be the very next move attacking them. Like just a few moments ago, we were talking about the acrobatics. That was more of a preemptive move, just in case if the ball spills out of the goalkeeper's hands. Similarly, a few moments ago, the defensive clearance that we saw, I think that was also another preemptive attack. That tells you that how well matched these two teams are and how tactically solid these two teams are.
Here they come again from the left. A little push, but not enough, says the official. But we look at that move again. The acrobatic you mentioned, we talked about it, is Mohammad Manik, who just came on. This time it was the other substitute, Choi Ahmed. He was appealing for a free kick, nothing given. And the reason probably of that not being given is that he lost control of the ball anyway. That was part of play. So it's been awarded as a goal kick for Nepal.
Another goal kick out here for Nepal, and looks like with every passing minute, with every succeeding phase of this game, Nepal is trying to create something. Bangladesh, however, wins it back. That could have been a lovely ball. Danger still stays alive and they drive to the right. Will they be able to penetrate? Question asked if that is a corner or not. Mohammad Murshid has been denied there. The idea was to try and get the cross in. However, somehow it felt like that they have missed out on what could have been a delectable crossing opportunity. Good football, excellent football. Nepal, however, now starting to live a bit more dangerously, and Bangladesh finally showing them what they are made of. Nepal at the other end. They have a chance from outside the box. Can they get the cross in place? They have dashed it towards that centre field. Bangladesh comes in with a crucial save. And what a strike that could have been. An absolute thunderbolt unleashed from range. The goalkeeper matching it with an equally acrobatic dive. But at the end of the day, that could be a chance that will go down in history as a miss.
What an attempt. But before that, that strike was again a similar one like the Bangladesh free kick, just taking a curl away from goal at the last moment. Just before that, there could have been two more attempts from Nepal, but the first touch is deceiving them. The first touch is just taking it into an area where the defender is closing him down. You could not either test the keeper or get a cross in. That's where they need to focus. It's not like they had a very bad first touch. It was a decent enough first touch, but it wasn't in the direction you want it to be, which can help you take the shot.
And all of it is coming to you live on the official YouTube channel of Sportsworks India. So please do subscribe to the channel, because this is not the only tournament coming to you. There are multiple tournaments that come your way on Sportsworks itself. This is the first semi-final of the SAFF Under 19 2025 Championship, and so far both Bangladesh and Nepal have played a brilliant game. Nothing to separate these two sides. They have come close on multiple occasions, and yet somehow that final blow, the coup de grace, the killing touch, has been missing.
An attempt from distance by Bangladesh as well. Both the attempts from outside the box from Bangladesh has been off target so far. I think it is more of desperate attempts. One surprising thing is that Nepal have made no changes so far in the game. Bangladesh made a couple of switches, one at half time, one a while ago, and three more remaining. Nepal defense is really being tested. They're doing a lot of running, so wonder when we'll see some fresh legs coming in. Or are they waiting? Are they waiting for that moment?
Well, I was just about to talk about the substitutions. It looks like you read my mind and took the words of my mouth, Bashwar. So yeah, of course, I mean, talking about substitutions, I think the likes of Krishna Bahadur Ale, Prashun Tawang and Rohan Muktan, these are three top players to watch out for, because is they're very quick. Also, Vigyan Kharka, make no mistake, he's on the bench. He's someone who's a very versatile player. Throw in for Bangladesh. Is this another chance? Still remains to be seen. Bangladesh trying desperately to control that in a very tough corner. Delivers it from that right. No, oh, that's a lovely shot on the turn itself. That was more like a startling enterprise, leaving us all astonished for a split second. Bangladesh coming up with the aces that they have kept up their sleeves. Now it's time, final 19 minutes of regulation time, and they would want to go all guns, all blasters, all bazookas, all rocket launchers blazing.
And they'll throw everything forward is what we expect. Here come Bangladesh once more. Having the possession, switch to the left. Joy Ahmed looking for options, two wait in the box. It is Siddhant Kharka who clears it. Still with Bangladesh, a very aggressive approach at the moment. 72 minutes played. Once again, the substitutes are looking to trouble Nepal. Well-timed sliding challenge from Madan Powder.
I'll tell you what, Mashwar, this Bangladesh team, when they attack at their mightiest. Well, before we go there, looks like a change has been locked and loaded, and Nepal will get their first change in place. It's gonna be Vijay Urba. We were talking about him, and he will be replacing Sabin Kumar Lungeli. Had a couple of excellent runs in the first half. Second half was more or less of a dampener for him. That might just drift away. Another corner there for Bangladesh. And yes, what I was talking about is Bangladesh is starting to compound their attacking maneuvers. And Bangladesh, at the peak of their attacking prowess, can turn this game into an absolute mockery of the football conventions. They can gobble up Nepal, but at the same time, Nepal, the kind of defense that they have shown, I mean, I don't know what to say.
Corner for Bangladesh. The captain delivers to the far post. And there is the moment they were all waiting for. And it is the defender who rises to the occasion. Ashikur Rahman. What a perfect delivery from the captain. It is on a platter, and Bangladesh have the lead. You were just mentioning, Rohit, how they can trouble Nepal. And they do trouble the Nepalese side. It is 1-0 late in the game. And now it's testing times, but they have a massive upper hand in the game, Bangladesh.
Wave of attack, one wave after the other, one tide after the other. Belligerence was spelled out in caps. There you go, a picture perfect corner from the captain. Sets it up perfectly for Ashikur Rahman, and the man stationed at the second post leaps up when it mattered the most, and bam! No chance for the custodian, no chance for Bhakta Bahadur Pariyar. Felt like he had completely disintegrated at the power of that header. Bangladesh now have their noses ahead, and Nepal and the man stationed at the second post leaps up when it mattered the most. The footballers from Nepal in what to believe that they can completely deracinate Bangladesh with that superlative footballing brand of theirs. But for now, it's about getting the small things right, getting the rudimentary in place, getting those crosses, getting those overlaps into play. Let's see if they have got what it takes to try and reach the Bangladeshi defense finally.
We might find out soon because there's not much time remaining at all. And the game is really getting intense. In the last few moments, we have seen Nepal already made a goal line clearance before conceding this. So you can very well say a deserved lead for Bangladesh. And look at the workload being taken by the captain. He's right down at the right back position to help his team defend.
Small knocks out there from Bangladesh right now. They are more focused on playing from the back. They are more focused on creating those small opportunities, those small passes. Right now, they do not want to get a goal straight away. They know one thing, that with that goal that they have in their repertoire, I think Nepal will show a lot more urgency. They will start committing more numbers to the cause. And once they start finding more numbers to the cause, that will start leaving their defense exposed. And it goes without saying that that is exactly what Bangladesh would anticipate. That is exactly where Bangladesh will try and unleash their forces so that Nepal can be struck back with an insurance goal. These are very critical moments in the game. Nepal will have to keep their calm about them. They will have to continue operating in that exact same fashion that they were doing until now.
Yeah, they cannot panic at the moment. They need to stick to the plan. They need to get the goal back first and then think about the rest. Get back to level terms first, because then you'll have an opportunity after 90. If not, it is game over. Given away quite easily.
Absolutely, I think it goes without saying that right now for Nepal, they will have to take all possible chances that come their way. Even if it's a half a chance, they'll have to try and max it out. Because in football, no one will serve an opportunity to you on a silver platter unless you're very fortunate enough. But if you fail to capitalize on whatsoever comes your way, whatsoever momentum you have up your sails, then it's only gonna get tougher for themselves, tougher for Nepal. Bangladesh now, you can see a player down on the yard. It's Ashikur, the goal scorer. And I think we will see a few more of these spectacles as well, trying to steal away a few crucial seconds. Part of a ploy, part of a tactical ploy.
Bangladesh, they probably would want to increase the margin. Handball, I believe, given against Joy Ahmed, but these two have certainly made an impact in the game. Joy Ahmed and Mohammad Manik. A couple of switches for Nepal. You can see Bigyan Karka and Ranjit Lama. Both of them ready to come on.
I was talking about Bigyan Karka. I think he should have come on a few moments ago. He's a very good attacker of the ball, and more importantly, ideally if you're introducing fresh faces into the mix, you have to do it somewhere close to that 75th minute. Gives you 4 to 5 minutes more to one of your premier players to try and showcase that flair of his. Good long ball, nicely controlled as well, trying to make a move through the center, but Bangladesh, they do well to win it back. That's quality. Good control, good chemistry. Another knock forward. Hot pursuit of the ball. This can be trouble. An opportunity for Bangladesh. Cuts in sharply, sits in. That's goal number 2. Can very well be the insurance goal as well. We were talking about these chances being created over and over again. And finally, Najmul Huda Faisal, the captain, registers his 3rd goal of the tournament. An excellent strike out there. The
way the team came together, the way the team combined, that was simply immaculate to say the least. The versatility, the flexibility, and finally the chemistry that helped them. Take a look at this run out there. Selfless football from Mohammad Manik setting up his skipper, Najmul Huda Faisal, who was at point blank range with the entire goal gaping for him to fire home that pile driver. Smashed it with utmost power. No chance at all for Bhatta Bahadur Pariyar. A man who's had a phenomenal game has now blown up into oblivion. Nepal now, the task gets a lot more difficult. They'll have to come back from the ashes. They'll have to rise again. Let's see if they have got the firepower to pull something similar. A tough day in office after an excellent first half. Can they replicate what they have done so far? Can they get that all-important goal to at least keep some life in the game? Only time shall reveal it all. Not a bit of a clip up there. Referee blowing the whistle, awarding a free kick out there to Bangladesh. More chances can be created. Can Bangladesh try and completely obliterate their counterpart? That's the question mark. Can they get a third goal out here? Can they create a statement before the final? And once again, another foul. This time, it consumed Nepal. Referee quickly stepping up, trying to calm things down. Now it's time for Nepal. They'll have to throw everything they have in their tank to try and offset Bangladesh. That's an excellent interception once again from the skipper Najmul. Najmul now, fine forward release. Will they go for the shot? Bit of an entanglement of boots out there from Mohammad Manik, fails to capitalize on what was a lovely chance.
What a spill from Bangladesh. End-to-end stuff here is what we are watching, but with 7 minutes remaining and 2-0. Bangladesh are now taking the game away from Nepal's reach. Could have been 3-0 if Manik controlled that. He could not. They are certainly willing to finish the game and give no hopes to Nepal. One goal here from Nepal can really give us an entertaining last.
Nepal would obviously be eyeing for that all-important strike. Tries their luck from range, but excellent positioning from Mohammad Ismail Hussain Mahin. He's also had a great game. Yes, came up with a bit of an howler, but the road to redemption has been absolutely perfect for this man. Very reliable, hands as safe as houses. Bangladesh, once again, too much space for Mohammad Manik. Ever since he's come on, it has only been a Pandora's box being forced open for Nepal, and Nepal still reeling in agony. Can they turn things around? Here comes Nepal, looking for opportunity, looking for an outside dodge. Let's see if they have the space that they need. Once again, Bam, setting it up nicely through the center field, looking for space. Runs into a melee of Bangladeshi boots out there. Possession lingers on. Well, Nepal still from outside, trying to drop the ball in the box. Another opportunity. Flashes it wide. These are tense moments as well in Bangladesh defense. Nepal now going for that death bite, going for that death blow. They know that they don't have too many options. They'll have to do everything they can. And Bangladesh, in all fairness, after what they have done in the last few minutes, 2 goals in quick succession, leaving Nepal rattled, is what is now they are ready for it. They know that they will have to soak in all these attacks. Another long ball, and Bangladesh, it's Mohammad Mursaid Ali trying to make the most of it, but again 2 away from the ball. And now Nepal, small touches, dashing through the center, a knuckle ball it is. Let's see if Nepal can get something for themselves.
Well, they are trying with the substitute, a teasing delivery, and a poke as well. Is that landing in? Not really, just not. And been unlucky there. What a delightful ball in from Bijay Urba. That should probably have been converted.
And I had a feeling that the ball might have taken a bit of a touch of Mohammad Ismail because he was out. Because the kind of touch that came off Bijay should have had a bit of a lower arc to it, but then I reckon the ball did have a bit of a hit off Ismail, but then I think the assistant referee definitely had a better view. With that being said, another long ball being propelled forward. They're now trying to take some time. Nepal through the center, looking for those lethal distributions. That's an excellent release. Trying to pull the trigger. It's a brilliant shooting. So goal has made it 2-1. You wanted life in the game, Bhashwar. Nepal says we are still in it. Let's see how far we can go.
What a finish. That is terrific stuff from Sujan. Look at the punch, the power and the connection on it. That is a strike to perfection. The pass is well, composure on it. The defender pulled out of his position and Sujan was left free to take the attempt. Look at the centre back just moving out, drawn by the winger. The number 4 just moving away and Sujan was free to take the strike in front of him. Absolute quality. 2-1 and with 3 minutes and additional time to come up. Some would bet Nepal might give us a fight back.
I'll tell you something. That is one eminent footballing personality. I'm pretty sure you will know him. Bill Shankly. He said, football is more than a matter of life and death. And this is the reason why. This is the reason why every single second it comes in with so much thrill. It comes in with so much excitement that we barely breathe. The players get to barely breathe. And as you can see, another call there from the referee, a yellow card given over to Bigyan Kharka. Bangladesh, they will try and take as much time as they can, hoping for Nepal to have a bit of disruption in that momentum of theirs. This game has just come alive and come alive and how.
The match scenes here at Arunachal Pradesh, Bangladesh and Nepal. And taking this right to the end. There's been a substitution as well a while ago. Sifat Shahryar has come in for Bangladesh and he will want to play a part in sealing the game. Nepal being urged forward. You can hear the crowd backing them and a poor giveaway.
I'm surprised that Bangladesh didn't take it. I think Mohammad Malik, he should have actually latched onto it and accelerated. But I think all he wanted was to steal away a few crucial seconds. So let the ball slide away. Again, a very intriguing tactic. Referee also there blowing a whistle, looks like had a word. And a yellow card has been shown to the coach of Nepal, Urjan Shrestha. This tells you about the drama that we are witnessing. And the kind of ingredients, we have all the ingredients necessary to turn this into a full-blown cinema. And I'm pretty sure the script of this movie would be written by the footballing gods themselves watching from above.
That is the beauty of the game. And that is why it is the semi-finals. Another loop ball forward. And Nepal are trying their best to get back in the game. Options around, but too many red shirts. They're all dropped back to defend. And that is why they just crowded out at the back. Who knows how much will be added on.
Well, I'm pretty sure all eyes will be on the ticker. But for now, all roads lead to Bangladesh defensive third as Nepal relentless and ruthless in their pursuit of that all-important equalizer. 7 minutes is what has been added on. So I think Nepal, they must have a fresh leash of life that has been blown back. They have the elements to turn this into a full-blown battle of equals. Another attempt from range. They need to be a bit more precise. All the conviction that they have, all the momentum that they have garnered in their sails, they would not want that to fizzle away.
rush is the only instruction one can give at this moment, and that is what they did. Just rush the attempt. There were so many blue shirts joining attack, building up, looking for the crosses, but they went for the attempt from distance, not in control. Gives Bangladesh possession, but with 6 minutes, 2-1, momentum in favor of Nepal. How quick things can change is what we are witnessing here. Attempt to take the longest route from the keeper, but Nepal have it from the center of the park. Is that a foul? Nothing given. Play on, and Bangladesh move forward. And dribbling past one, the captain is looking for options. It might be game over already, but carried away well by Takta Paduri, and that keeps the game alive.
Could have been a better shot. Could have been a way better shot. It was an emasculated hit, making life slightly easier for Bhakta Bahadur Pariyar. And while this game goes on, let me quickly give you all a heads up. Bangladesh leading this game 2-0, and suddenly Nepal blows life into it with an excellent strike. I'll come back to that after the throw. Ashikur, the man who opened the scoring for Bangladesh, he chips in with one of those long throws there. Falls back for Nepal. That might just drift out of the bounds, is it? No, he does well. Referee's blown the whistle. Looks like it did drift out of the bounds. And yes, getting back to the fact, in the first group stage match for Bangladesh, that is a cheap concession. A chance for the Bangladesh skipper to try and put this game to bed once and for all. Goes for that outside dodge, has been clipped. Referee says get back up and keep it rolling. And now I'll just chip in quickly. In the first match as well, Bangladesh had a 2-0 cushion. They were leading at the halfway mark, but Maldives came back strongly and it was a 2-all draw. Are we going to witness something similar? Only time shall reveal.
That was a challenge on the ball, and Faisal was not aware of what was behind him. Should have unleashed the shot already. But they have a corner, Bangladesh. Do they take it? Do they run down the clock near the corner flag? That's what we'll find out. It's very possible for a 2-2. Unless Bangladesh just slot in a third and finish the game here.
We're all getting pretty greedy about goals, Mashwar, aren't we? I mean, why not? Goals is what defines the game. But I think the match, the quality of the match, that was indeed worthy of a semi-final. Bangladesh now, and this man on your frame right now, well, not right now, the one who is going to take the corner, the captain of Bangladesh, looks like a change. Yes, a change underway. Krishna Bahadur Ale is the man who's come on for Nepal. Bangladesh, will they take one on the carpet? They have got Manik, they have got Najmul. Take one on the carpet. That will be out for a goal kick, I reckon that is. Look how quickly Nepal is rushing back. And every single time Nepal gets the ball, the kind of roar that comes from the audience, that is absolutely immaculate. That tells you about how high octane of an encounter this has been. How the pedals have swung from one end to the other. And Nepal still keeps their hopes alive. Another long chip into the box there. A good save from Mohammad Ismail Hussain, out of his line, quickly down on his knees to collect the ball.
Time is running out. Nepal, no, but at the same time, you do not want to try and be too clever. Bangladesh came away possession from the corner, but here they are. Great footwork. Joy Ahmed slows it down. The right thing probably, had no one in the box. Joy again, but he was offside this time. Nepal have a lifeline. 2 minutes after this. Can Nepal do something special? The substitutes trying to combine. Krishna Bhadur just trying to play it forward. And once again, you see the Bangladesh defense very alert, taking a lot of workload at the moment.
They'll have to take workload. They don't have another choice. Another cross being floated in. Goalkeeper comes down, palms it away. Punches it away, in fact. And Bangladesh now trying to create something of their own. They've got some space ahead. They've got the numbers as well coming in. However, looks like it's going to be an even-Stevens contest. That's a fine rollover in front. Bangladesh, they've got space on the left. Bit of a clip from the back. Referee's blown the whistle. Not needed. Not needed at all. A yellow card there to Madan Cordale. He's had an excellent game until now. And just what Bangladesh wanted, they have gotten that. They wanted a foul so that one of their players can steal away a few crucial seconds. And Joy right now on the yard, on the ground, contorting in pain. And Nepal will have to wait. These are the seconds that Bangladesh wanted in their sails.
Frustration, sheer frustration out there from Madan Paudel. But these are the things off the pitch you would also need to learn as the youngsters. There was just 1.5 minutes remaining. He dribbled past you, but he was going nowhere. He just gave away the chance to Bangladesh to maybe run down the clock for the next 30 odd seconds, even if it is 1 minute. And they will try and do so near the corner flag. Oh, it is a Nepal throw-in given. That is a little bit of luck going their way. 15 seconds on the clock, might be 30 more added because of that stoppage. But can Nepal get the equalizer? That's what they will be trying to do.
It's now or never. It looks like they have fallen short. Possibly might have another minute added on. That's because of the stoppage that we had. But this game, it's getting trickier and trickier. But at the end of the day, Bangladesh, they still have their noses ahead. A very close encounter. It's a matter of seconds now before the referee blows their whistle, and Bangladesh, they don't want to take any chance at all, doing the right thing. And it's Nepal's goalkeeper now, Maktabadul Pariyar. I think he won't mind going up as well. Looks like he's okay to sit back and defend. Small, slow passes. Nepal now might have to come up with something of an aerial ball to try and get the ball where it matters, through the center. They still keep it in possession, looking for space, looking for a bit of leeway. And with this, we come to the end of what has been an electric semi-final. Bangladesh, they are the champions, the defending champions, and they are not yet ready to surrender that throne of theirs. They want to keep on fighting, and they will fight on for another finale. What a game. And finally, after a thrilling battle, oscillating from one end to the other, Bangladesh breathes a massive sigh of reprieve, securing a 2-1 victory.
Indeed, Bangladesh just showcasing why they've been so strong in the age groups and now even at the senior level. They once again make it to the finals of the SAFF Under-19 Championships. The 2 goals were almost certain that it will secure a spot for them in the finals with Nepal. And we have to give credits to their fight, the pace they have shown, the intensity, especially in the last few minutes, getting back in the game, almost giving hope to their nation that they might make it to all. For now, it is Bangladesh who get the upper hand and step into the finale. The first of the finalists have been found, another one to be found out later. But Bangladesh, they will be so proud of this performance. We'll have a look at the highlights of the game.
Started off in fine fashion. Bangladesh were calling the shots right from the word go itself. A couple of excellent saves, but then Nepal, they were quick to retaliate, quick to come up with a counter blast, and the riposte was loud enough that kept on rippling through the fabric of time. Bangladesh had another fine chance over and over again. They kept on knocking on the doors before Nepal actually took over the reins of the first half, and they came mighty close on quite a few occasions. This was another lovely cross from the left. The goalkeeper coming up clutch just when it mattered the most. There was another fine free kick, missing the frame of the goal by Whispers.
Indeed, there were a lot of chances created in the first half, but no goals to show for that in the first 45 minutes. It came alive in the second half, but this was still the moments in the first half. A few attempts from Nepal as well. Closest they came was hitting the post, and I think that is where if it went in, the game could have been something different. Ifs and buts, you cannot really rely on that. You have to get the goals and get the win. Bangladesh did that. Proxy to the 2 goals they scored in the second half, they get the win. This was the chances they created in the second half, off the line from Nepal, after which they had a chance as well, which was placed away.
And this was one of those moments where the ball kept on pinballing of each other, and Nepal possibly would regret missing this out. A lovely setup, and yet they failed to capitalize. This was one of those brilliant long rangers, compelling a crucial save, and then Bangladesh, they kept on looking for goals, and finally it was Ashikur who broke the deadlock off a brilliant corner floated in by the captain Najmul Faisal. An excellent assist, and that is where, and then Mohammad Manik set up Najmul for a lovely goal, and that was the second strike of the evening that allowed Bangladesh to breathe slightly better, slightly freely. And from there on, Nepal, they knew that what they had to do, they had to come up with everything they could, and Nepal actually did come up with something very special. A lovely long ranger, wonderfully collected by the goalkeeper, and then it was another incredible opportunity, however, a bit of a failed trajectory, saw the ball taking a bit of a flight, and then a fine finish, no life back into the game for Nepal, an extraordinary strike into the heart of the net.
Indeed, they had more chances to kill the game. 3, it was not required. 2-1, it was enough for Bangladesh. A wonderful show from the Bangladesh side to make sure they move into the finals. And